Hey everybody, it's Mike coming to you from Vaught RV here in Fort Worth, Texas. Big news, 2023 units are arriving on our lot starting today. Right behind me I have a really popular floor plan, a Jay Flight 212 QB. This is a couples camper, no slide out, lightweight, 4,500 pounds, only 25.5 feet long. This is one of the most popular couples campers that Jayco makes. I love it. Let me show my top 3 favorite things about this 2023 model and then we'll get started. Number 1, we have Lippert solid steps with easily adjustable legs. Number 2, instead of a 68-inch high door, we now have 72 inches. And number 3, instead of the corrugated aluminum front, we now have a smooth aerodynamic 0.04 thickness metal aerodynamic front cap to this unit. I really like it. It adds a nice smooth look to it. Easier to clean too. Easier to wash those bugs off for what it's worth. So let's go ahead and get started on the outside. I'll point out a little changes in the 2023 model as we go around. You'll see a lot of consistencies from the previous year's models as well. So now we have pass-through storage all the way to the other side. Notice we have a griddle platform right here. So here's the arm that fits into the back fitting, which I'll show you in a minute, and then the grill shelf, they call it here, on which your griddle sets. Of course, we have these guys up here. One of them is to crank down the jack in case you lose power, and the other one is to, I should say, tongue jack. The other one is to drop your stabilizing jacks manually. Now, you can always put a 3/4 inch driver on a cordless drill and zip these down in no time flat. That's what I do. The last thing you're going to do once you get this leveled and your wheels chalked, unhooked from your truck, is drop these stabilizing jacks down to add stability and minimize movement in the coach while you're moving about inside. These are not leveling jacks, they're just stabilizing jacks. Now all these units are prepped for cameras, both side and rear. So if you want to add side cameras, you can certainly do that, as well as a camera in the back. It's prepped for that. Moving around to the front of the coach, we have a power tongue jack with a light as well. This makes hooking and unhooking a breeze. You don't have to crank it up, super easy to do. Twin propane bottles, one will switch over to the other when one gets empty. It's easy to pop these out and take them and get them filled and bring them back. Right behind here is the battery tray. You can put 2 Group 27 batteries. It'll come standard with 1. All units are fully prepped when you get them from us, so the propane is filled, new battery installed, it's washed and detailed inside and out, and finally a technician will do a full walkthrough orientation with you. I want to talk just a second about the way we roll here. If you come out and look at RVs, we're not going to badger you to death. If you want to look on your own, you can do that. If you want our help, we'll be happy to help you. My theory is that shopping for RVs should be just as fun as using them, and it really is here at Vaught RV. That's why my wife and I were customers here before I worked here. True story. All right, now let's have a look over here on what I call the utility side of the unit. It's where all the hookups are going to be. Of course, we have the opposite side of our pass-through storage. It goes all the way through to the other side, and our stabilizing jacks down below, just like the other side. Now moving along back here, this is going to look just like the 2022 models. Not a lot of changes over here. We have our waste connections down here. Both are gray, because it's colored gray. Our black's colored black. This is sink and shower water. This is toilet water. They both come together here, nicely labeled up here for your reference. Our main city water connection, they always call it city water. What if you're out in the country and it's well water? Hey, this is just the main water connection for the coach, pressurized water. Now up top here is a black tank flush valve. So best practice, when you're done camping, gonna take the unit home for the weekend, maybe put it in storage, open up those valves, put a separate hose in right here, turn it on and let it run. Then go roll up your awning, put your lawn chairs away, have a beverage, let it keep running. It's rinsing out the inside of your black tank, keeps it nice and clean. Have an outdoor shower, hot and cold inside here, so you can wash off those sandy feet at the beach, wash off that stinky dog when he goes and rolls in something nasty, wash off your spouse, wash off yourself, whatever, do it right there. We have a detachable 30 amp power cord. Our potable water fill, this is not a pressured water fill, it's just gravity fill. So if you're camped out in the boondocks, You run out of water, you can bring jugs of water and literally pour them in here. Now, best practice is only put a few gallons in here for your trip, so you can wash your hands, flush the toilet, and that kind of thing during the trip. Otherwise, you're just hauling around water that weighs a lot for no reason. You'll usually have water at your destination. So anyway, potable water fill. Now, if you have cable hookup at your campsite, and many do these days, hook up a coax cable right here. Now you're going to have cable inside the coach and over on the patio side as well. Now, these are Dexter axles, self-adjusting brakes, Goodyear tires with a 6-year warranty on every Jayco trailer. It's easy to lubricate these hubs too. You pop out this little rubber cover, put a grease gun on there. There's a grease zerk behind there. Give it a pump or 2 or 3 until you see clean grease coming back out. Wipe it off and you're done. Super easy to do, a simple maintenance thing that anyone can do. This is your furnace fan vent. I highly recommend putting bug screens on there so mud daubers don't take up housekeeping inside your trailer. Now we have a ladder to access the roof. I suggest getting up on that roof a couple times a year, giving it a bath, checking the seals. Now remember, this has a 20-year roofing membrane warranty on it from Jayco. So in addition to those Goodyear tires with a 6-year warranty, 20-year roof membrane warranty, and a 2+3 warranty on the coach itself. 2 full camping seasons on every Jayco product. You can take it out, put it through its paces for 2 full camping seasons, 3 years structural. That's an industry-leading warranty by any measure. Full-size Goodyear spare. Behind here, you'll always get a full-size Goodyear spare on a Jayco trailer. Now, see this little guy right here? This is where that griddle shelf will fit right in here, and you can tighten it down, and then there's a propane quick connect under here, so your cooking assembly can be right out here, your griddle assembly. That's optional, and we ordered this one with it. It's optional on this model. Coming over to this side, you can move the TV to the outside patio side here if you'd like to have TV out here. This is called a key block mount. We have power for the TV and a cable hookup here, so you can enjoy television on this side of the coach. Now we've got a nice awning with an LED light strip underneath it. This is called a pull down to pitch awning. So if I want to pitch the awning this way, it's sprinkling a little bit and I want the water to shed this way, I simply pull down on this side like that. That's all there is to it. I don't have to remember to straighten it out. When I roll it back up, it's going to correct itself, but you can come out here and push it up manually if you'd like. So I like that. We have speakers on the outside wall, our vented range hood right here as well. Now these steps are a little bit different in 2023. I like them for a couple reasons. Historically, it was optional to have MORryde step above steps on these SLX models. Now these are standard, so we have it's called a Lippert solid step, made by Lippert, of course. So this folds up in for travel. This is a spring-loaded catch right here. So just release that and pull down to deploy the steps. And here's what's neat about this. These legs are super easy to adjust. So if you're on uneven ground, you're gonna just pull out on that. And when I pull out on that, it makes this adjustable. So drop that down, pull out, see how it dropped down, and let it go back in. Now I have a solid step to go in and out of the coach. Really easy to adjust. So speaking of going in the coach, let's go in this 2023 model and have a look. Okay, now we're on the inside of this 2023 212 QB. This is a couples camper. I like it for a number of reasons. There's no slide out on this, so it's super lightweight. Less expensive, lightweight, easy to pull, easy to park, easy to tow. Couples camper because there's no bunks in it. And yet, if you do have the occasional guest, this dinette table will drop down into a sleeping surface. And then this is a jackknife sofa as well. So if I just lift up on the front, this drops down into a sleeping surface. As easy as that. Super easy to do. And there's a little cup holder in the middle. I like that. It's a nice little feature. So again, that drops down into a bed if you need it to be. I've got storage underneath each dinette. You can also lift up the cushion and pull out that base part, and you'll have access to that as well. So If you want to have a TV in here, you would provide your own TV here. You can mount it up there at an angle, have an articulating mount that comes out and tilt it to the rest of the living area. It's already pre-wired with an HDMI cable right here. Of course, your coax and power right above that area. And this radio is Bluetooth, so stream your music, push your music from your cell phone to that radio. You can push that music to the patio side or the speakers inside the coach here. Back on this side, we have a little additional storage up on top over the sofa as well. Now this is in cottage decor. There's two options, modern farmhouse or cottage. This is cottage, so it's a little more traditional, kind of a wood grain, gray, beige, grayish, we'll call it color, I guess. So those are the two options. They're both very nice, and they both go with this wallboard color nicely. Now a lot of people will ask me this question, can I change the color of this and this and this, as well as the area around the bed? The answer is no. Jayco doesn't give us an option to change these colors. We can change the decor options that are primarily in the galley, so your kitchen cabinetry and your storage compartments and doors can either be modern farmhouse or cottage. So kind of moving forward, we optioned this with a 12-volt refrigerator. Huge fan of these because it's a compressor fridge. Works just like your refrigerator at home. Turn this guy on and you're making ice cubes in an hour and a half or 2 hours. The other nice thing is look how deep it is. It's much deeper than a traditional gas electric fridge. It's running off 12 volts all the time. Going down the road, your truck's sending a charge to the batteries. When you stop and sleep overnight, turn the truck off, come back here and take a nap, this is going to continue to run from your batteries. So it's important to keep an eye on your battery health, especially with a 12-volt refrigerator. Over to this side, I see a couple things that are new in 23. USB ports everywhere. I got USB ports here. I've also got USB ports right here by my tape measure. So come in from a hike outside, you got your cell phone, gonna lay it down there and charge it right there. Handy to do. You're sitting here getting something to eat or watching TV, you can charge your cell phone or your other gadgets there. Kudos to Jayco for doing that. Traditional galley assembly, I say traditional from the previous year model. It's a 3-burner Furrion cooktop. This is removable for easy cleaning. I have a backlit control knobs here, as well as a small oven below, and a little bit of storage on the very bottom. Okay, then we go up on top of the range. We have a vented range hood. It's got a light, and of course it's vented. This is vented to the outside, and that vent that I showed you when we were outside. Small little microwave here, big enough to warm up those leftovers from the night before when you're at the campsite. Nice big double basin sink, high-rise faucet with a matte black texture. This is a question I often get. Can I change this faucet to a different color, a different style? The answer is yes. It's a residential size fitting here, and you can easily access it under there just like you would at home. So if you've ever switched out a faucet at home, you can do one in an RV, not major surgery. Storage under here, I'm thinking that's probably where the trash can goes. Always ask yourself where's the trash can goes, because it's gonna go somewhere. I'm thinking that's where. Maybe we could put a bracket on the door so the trash can opens with the door. And then 2 drawers for storage, and as is always the case with Jayco, these are full extension drawer glides and 75-pound ball bearing drawer glides. Got storage up on top here as well for those boxes of cereal and some cooking utensils and so on. Now here's kind of the command central right here. I already pointed out the USB. We have a light switch for our awning lights and a light switch for the interior lights. Jayco, I would have appreciated if you would have labeled those, but you'll figure it out. Awning in and out, of course, this is a traditional toggle switch, AC power right here. Now here's where we check our tank levels and our battery condition. I don't have a battery on here, so it's giving me a false lead. With fresh water is empty, the black is empty, and the gray is empty. Turn our water pump on right there. Water heater, gas, and water heater electrics. This is where you're going to control all of those functions on this unit. Pivoting it around to this side, here's our thermostat. Just like home, We have it set on cool. Brian's got it cranked down as low as it'll go because it's 187 degrees in Texas today. It's already pretty comfortable in here, and it's only been running about 30 minutes. So thermostat here. Now when it calls for heat, your heat's going to come through ducts in the floor. I've got a duct right here. There's one in the bathroom and one up front. Heat comes out down here. AC is going to come through these ducts up top. Now if you want to cool real fast, you open up this, what I call a dump valve, right under here. You can probably hear it. My wife calls that the hot flash vent. Apparently it works for cooling down that kind of situation. Close that. Now it's pushing more air through these ducts. So nice. A lot of people ask what this is. It looks like a little framed picture frame or whatever. If you ever need to access the plumbing behind here, simply slide that up, and I have easy access to your plumbing, so you don't have to do major surgery. Probably you're never going to have to open that up, but if you do, look how easy that is. Now, little bathroom, lots of natural light because there's a skylight here and a vent right here. Some people call it the fart fan, whatever. Crank it up, turn that fan on, get all the humidity and the smells out of here. Decent amount of counter space for a little 25.5-foot trailer. It's a foot flush toilet. Not a ton of room in here, but enough room to do what I need to do. GFI protected outlet, towel hanger, mirror, and there's a little bit of storage underneath this sink. At least you have a separate bathroom, a traditional bathroom with the sink in here, so you can do all the bathroom kind of stuff in the bathroom. It's a tub shower combo. You see the pink stuff? That is, of course, pink lemonade that a kid dumped in there. No, it's not. Everybody asks me what that is. That's RV antifreeze. This came from the frozen tundra of northern Indiana. It's not frozen up there right now, but it will be soon. So all these units come in already winterized. That's RV antifreeze. So we have a skylight up here, plenty of room to maneuver. I shouldn't say plenty of room. There's enough room to take a shower in there. You're only going to spend a few minutes in here. Brian says get in here. I wasn't going to step in the sticky antifreeze, but I am, because I'll do anything for my viewers out there. I'm 6 feet tall. I could be what, 6 feet, what, 6'5", 6'6", and still be able to stand here and take a shower. And like I always say, do what you need to do in the shower. This is a one-piece shower surround. It's not 3 separate pieces that overlap in the corners. It's one single piece, so you don't have to worry about leaks. Okay, moving up into the bedroom area. We have a queen bed. Again, this is a north-south bed orientation. One reason a lot of folks will go up to the SLX 8 trailer like this is to get in a unit that has a north-south bed, not an east-west bed. If the east-west bed orientation's in a trailer, somebody's crawling over somebody in the middle of the night for that 3 a.m. bathroom run. Here, this is a more traditional setup. It's easier to make the bed, easier to get in and out of the bed from either side. There's gas struts under here, so it's, this stays up to access the storage area underneath. This is your griddle that goes in that mount in the back that I pointed out earlier. I always say shop around. You should shop around, lift up the mattress and see what you see. If you see particle board here, and you won't on a Jayco, then there might be particle board under your feet and on the roof. There will always be plywood on a Jayco. Jayco's a plywood-based builder. Plywood's more expensive, it's stronger, and it doesn't off-gas like particle board or OSB. Plywood is a superior product, especially for bed decks. Plenty of room on either side of the bed for gadgets, your phone. You get access to power on either side, and then also you can hang shirts up here with a little closet rod on either side of the unit. You have individual reading lights. You can reach up here and turn those on or off. We do have a little curtain here for some privacy, sort of a half wall situation and some privacy. Now if you want to put a TV in here, here's the place to do it. There's the coax cable and power. Again, you can take the TV off from here and move it to the outside if you want to. Now I noticed this unit has been optioned with solar. So this is the solar charge controller. It's currently sending 13.5 volts to a battery that's not there right now. So this is great since we have a 12-volt refrigerator on here. This is keeping your batteries happy it's a smart charger sending a charge to those batteries all the time. Speaking of which, the charge let's point this out. If you want to back up, Brian, I failed to point out where our fuses are down here. This is an auto detect now, so if you decide to put lithium batteries in here, it automatically detects that. Okay, so this is both a converter and a charger assembly. So this is, if you decide to upgrade to lithium or lead acid batteries, it's going to detect those in any case. Having said that, here's your charge controller. There's already solar up on top. So, hey, we're in a 212 QB. It's a 2023 model. We're going to hit you with these videos as soon as these units land on our lot. And remember, here at Vaught RV, we think that shopping for an RV should be just as fun as using them. If you have questions, comments, I'd love you to post them below. And hey, if you'd be kind enough to click like and subscribe, I'll thank you for it. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Howdy everybody, thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned a thing or two from what I had to say. If you did and feel like it, then click subscribe below. And when I post a video, you'll be the first to know. See you next time.